Grant, a big one. Before we go any further and talk about any other thing, just a few minutes of your time playing against your fellow team from the PSL. What do you make of the draw?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting game. We know TS Galaxy have what it takes. You know, they've won it. They've won this competition before. You know, so it's not going to be an easy game. They're going to come out guns blazing. You know, they have the advantage of playing at home. But we are Mamelodi Sundowns. You know, we don't really go into games to compete, but rather to dominate. So we'll be up for it on the day.
What's the hunger like for Mamelodi Sundowns, especially to win a domestic cup? Because when you look at all these previous years, it's been league. Now to taste cup glory domestically.
Yeah, it's been a while since we won a domestic cup. Obviously, something that we want. We've fallen short the past few seasons. You know, we haven't had the rub of the green, and we're hoping that, you know, as much as we work hard, but the football gods also bless us with a bit of luck. You know, I think it's something that's needed. You know, us as players, you know, we've been speaking in the past 2 weeks of how we need to bring the team back. You know, and I think we're on the right path, and hopefully, you know, we can do something nice with the Nedbank Cup.
Just to catch you where you're saying that to bring the team back, we know it's a well-oiled machine with every player that you have, I mean, top quality. But what went wrong for Sundowns to be where it is right now?
No, I think, you know, results haven't been coming our way. You know, it's not from a lack of trying. I think it's just us doing even more than what we're doing. You know, and that's how we hold each other accountable, you know, and we've been sitting amongst each other, you know, speaking about it, you know, of how we can give the extra 10-15%, you know, for us to be back to where we were. You know, so we're not far off. It's just about us applying ourselves each and every day, you know, from training to the games. And I think, you know, we're trying to end the season on a high, and, you know, hopefully things go our way.
Grant, you survived a bit of a scare in the last round. I'm sure not. Obviously, you would have wanted the win, but maybe not in the way you would have wanted it. What was the message after the game, and what do you think you guys need to fix going into this next game against probably, you could argue, tougher opposition?
I think it's just being a lot more clinical. You know, I think even before we scored our first goal, you know, we had, I don't know how many chances, you know, and then us also conceding, you know. So I think it's just being a lot more clinical in front of goal, but also learning to, you know, to protect the lead, you know, so not to take teams for granted or anything. You know, we apply ourselves from whether we're playing a lower division team to, you know, a team in the PSL. It's just about applying ourselves correctly, you know, having the right attitude, and that's something we emphasized as the gents.
Grant, I'm looking at you as a senior player within the Sundowns family. I mean, you're one of the players that have won things with Sundowns. But of course, right now, the space that you are in is not one of those ideal spaces. Fans are divided and all of that. As a senior, what can you say to the fans, the Sundowns lovers, and the whole football fraternity in South Africa, based on what is happening with the proposed matches? I'm just going to be honest. The proposed matches that we see on socials and all of that. How much does that, you know, affect you guys? And what can you say to the Yellow Nation?
You know, all I can say is that we love them. You know, they are always our 12th man. We hear them singing their lungs out each and every game. You know, and ours is, you know, to give them results, you know, to give them good football. And this is what we're trying to do, you know, as the season goes. We're trying to bring that back, and that's why I talk about bringing the team back, you know, because we appreciate them. You know, they're with us through our trying times and through the good times, you know, and we appreciate them.
Perhaps we could say that there's a lot of noise around the team. Normally it's always good, but we're seeing a lot of like bad things from fans like not being like so happy. Is that perhaps something that's affecting the team as a whole and the performance that we're seeing on the field?
No, we understand the fans' frustrations. They obviously expect better from us, and we also expect better from ourselves, you know. And when I talk about bringing the team back, is, you know, giving that extra 20%, you know, to bring the team back, you know, and that's what we're working hard towards. And yeah, I think there'll be a turnaround soon.
The legendary Dr. Kumalo says, "Don't write Sundowns off." I'm definitely sure you came across that clip where he says, clubs are taking advantage over the Sundowns situation, and he wants everyone to be on the same par, and he still thinks you are the best. What can you say about that?
Yeah, obviously appreciate the kind words from a legend like Doctor, but also we know that we need to work hard, we just need to bring the team back. And that's what I'm going to emphasize, us as players, we need to bring the team back, and that's our focus.
The focus is on this weekend again. Big one. It's a CAF Champions League encounter. Come Saturday, 3 o'clock. You guys have seen it all. You've done it all through the years. What can we expect, and how are your preparations as the club? Before we get even to the official club matters about that CAF game, how have you been, and where's your space as players?
No, I think we're in a good space. We're obviously preparing well for Saturday's game. It's going to be a tough one. It's a must-win for us, That's why we're urging all the supporters to please come out in numbers, and pack Loftus. We need that 12th man on Saturday. It's going to be very difficult, but it's a challenge that we're looking up for.
Looking forward to meeting your former mentor, Rulani?
Yeah, definitely. But throughout the 90 minutes, it's Mamelodi Sundowns versus MC Alger, and hopefully after the game, when the results go our way, we'll be able to shake hands.
Tell me, perhaps just the last one for me is that normally like Sundowns by now is running away with the league, beating teams like seriously, like Kevon, like with scores, like and all that. Finding like Sundowns in this like situation now where it's a must win and you've like no choice. Has not brought some nerves perhaps into the dressing room and the other players?
No, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of senior players who've been in this position before. So for the senior players, it's our job for us to make the youngsters understand also that when you play for Mamelodi Sundowns, there will always be pressure. There will be pressure to win games, to win trophies, and to play good football. So pressure is something that we're used to. It's not new to us, but it's about how we apply ourselves, to get the best results on Saturday.
Good luck to that.
Thank you.